It is week 6, isn't it? Week 6? So we only have 2 more weeks in class, but we have at least 3 weeks of assignment. So I wanted to remind you that the case study summary is due next week. And, no, it's due, week 7. And the case study questions team is due week 8. And we have a country manager final report assignment that I'll go through right now. Can we open that, Matt, right second from the bottom? This is your final report. And I'm going to do you a favor. I think I'll do you a favor. Okay? This is in the briefcase. Another report describes your team's performance and what you learned about being a country manager for a company expanding internationally. Again, 5-page max. There's your details of that. All exhibits must be referred to in your text. And here's what we're going to do on it. Oh, thanks, Matt. All right, cover sheet, blah, blah, blah. Describe your number 2. Describe your team's successes in implementing your strategy in periods 1 through 8. What would you do differently if you could start over? Number 4, assume you're hired away from All-Star Brands. And here's what All-Star Brands is about. Tell me what you would do differently. What you would do, how would you improve their final performance? What would you do? You've been hired by another company. What would you do that they're not, how would you change what they're doing? And all the information is right on, okay? 5, describe 5 things you learned about being a manager for a company expanding internationally. And I'll tell you what, I got all these numbers. I don't need this. Number 6, you don't have to worry about. Yeah, don't worry about the appendix. All right? So we want the cover sheet, what successes you had, what would you do differently if you could start over, assumed you're hired away from All-Star Brands by Caremore, and it gives a little information on that. What would you do given the situation they're in after year 8 to make them improve their performance? Describe 5 things you learned about being a manager for a company expanding internationally, and that's it. And that won't be due until, when do we have that due, Matt? Is it in the, I don't know, is it? Today's like this, is it due for week 8 or is it due at the end of that week? I'm sorry.
You got 29 on it.
29th, okay. So I get the grades in fast.
Is that a team report or individual?
That's a team report, just like the other 2. All right? So you have 3 big things to do. That, the other thing that's done as a team is you're answering the last case study questions. And number 3 is you have to do your summary of the case, which is due next week. All right? And next week in class, I'll get with the groups and we can talk about your final report. We can do some stuff on that. You should get it started. We will be finishing the simulation this week too. So we have periods 7 and 8 to do. Remember, you might want to add capacity. Do not add any additional capacity in year 8 because you'll just be billed for it and it won't benefit from it. All right? Teams, it took a few periods. Some teams got the simulation faster than others, but it seems like everybody is understanding it now. A couple teams that were performing lower than others, it's hard to turn it around once you have that negative. So, but as a whole, this class is doing as well or better than any other class. Okay? So let's close that. It's about as white as it gets, isn't it? We can close right out of that.
Simulation?
Yeah. Can you get in your Google Hangout and find out if they can? What's your team? Team 4, get into your Google Hangout for a minute, because I don't have any results for period 6 yet for you. Did you guys possibly not submit your final decisions? The team leader has to do that? And do you need to change team leaders? You did 5, so let's look at 5. Let's go back to 5. So this, after period 5, we only had 2 companies losing money in that year, in period 5. And we had 3 companies that were making money cumulative. They're in a cumulative. And our brand equities were going up. Team 5 struggling a little bit. I think when we got to year 6, Matt, again.
David, that's gonna cause some feedback in here if you get in that hangout, just so you know. In the classroom. Because the mic's going to 2
Yeah,
different
so
places.
Team 5 still has to work on their brand equity. Okay. Notice between Team 6 and 7, the way to score it, there's a formula for these 3 numbers, right? And it's 40% based on that, 20-20. Even though they're this far behind on the 40%, brand equity just a few numbers higher makes a big difference, as well as cumulative return makes a big difference. Because they're only 0.3 of a point, 0.4 of a point behind it. I don't know exactly how the weights go, other than they're 40, 20, 20. Or 40, wait a minute. 40, 40. So this makes up for that. Is 40, 40, 20 fair, or should it be differently? I didn't do market share, because market share is the same as sales. I don't think sales is that important. Brand equity, part of it is based on market share, because are you a sales leader? All right? So we got 3 things to work on tonight. Well, you actually got the case study questions are due next week. No, the case study questions are due the 29th also. All right? So mainly you should be working on the simulation for the last 2 periods. And what they say, David? Get an answer?
Well, I couldn't.
Email or just put something in, print it in there.
Our team leader emailed us all about our quarter 6. They updated the numbers for round 6. They don't show up. I think he surmised he just didn't answer.
All right, everybody get in their teams and I'll, okay? Make it good. These are the last 2 years. Remember to add capacity in your 7 if you need it.
Are we coming back in here, Sam, or no?
Probably not.
No?